Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guys, all in Ironshield, and today I'm going to real quick run you through some of the items, alright? Just some generic items. We're out of our season, we are in Bag End again, but just for maybe those new players who are like, what are all these items I have that I collected this season? I don't know what any of them are or what they do. I'm going to run through real fast, do 5 minutes at most here, and just try to get you through all of them real quick and show you what they do. And I'll have more in-detailed videos later, but let's just talk about it real quick. So, again, Matham medallions, you should know what those do. Those are basically for turning in at the Matham store, right? So if you go over down to the Matham store it'd be right here behind my camera in the corner. It's the box with the heart. You bring that up, and any of the boxes you can use Matham coins are. There is a difference between, you might have these, you can switch to get adventurer token, these gold ones. They're a different currency for the Matham thing. Don't worry about those as much. Those are mainly for doing these special chests that are for a certain increased drop rate for a certain hero, which is not really that much increased from my testing, so it's up to you if you want to do that or not, but I have a video on that already. You use the coins basically here, right, at the evil chest or the good chest, depending on which one you want to use. So that's that item. Moving on. Next item here that I have, I'm just going to use a bunch of them. These equipment fragments. You can always click the use button, right? Equipment fragments are, I don't even know why I still have these. I don't know why it brought that up when I said use. Really, you go into, what you do is you go into commanders, and then you can use them on the, actually it's the tavern. It's the giving respect is where you use it. I don't know if I can do the respect tavern in the back end screen now that I think about it. You basically go to the one guy that says, imparting wisdom. That's what it's called, imparting wisdom for your character, and you can use those to just do a little bit. I think those have kind of been discarded, but I can use these last 5 to help upgrade one commander with respect. Okay, that's basically what that is. Now another one, broken, worn out weapon, worn out accessory or armor or whatever. These are for crafting, okay? These are for crafting your items. When you go into doing your items, again, I'll just stay on my pack, right? So this is information about pack and items. When you go in here, when you're gonna craft something, for example, again, if you go back over here, it's a purple one. So this is for a purple weapon, right, for crafting. So let's say I wanted to upgrade one of my weapons, right? So let's say I want to upgrade this weapon. I want to strengthen this iron flute. I'm not going to, but let's say I want to strengthen it. Okay, I click strengthen, go down here, and if you notice, those worn out weapons are here to use those items, or I could use a regular item. I would always recommend, if you're upgrading a weapon, use your worn out ones first, unless you have some very specific reason you're not. But that's basically what those are for. Same thing if you ever have worn out armor piece, or you have a worn out, helmet or whatever, all the other ones, accessories, right? So on and so forth. For the next kind of item here, we got the Matham vouchers. This is very similar. This is basically when you turn in respect items. Now I need to hop over to the other tab up there, which is this one, the respect one, to show you something here. So again, when you click on any of these items are all for a certain hero. It shows you what heroes. Some of them are for multiple, usually the lower level ones, but the purple ones are usually for most 2, and the golds are usually for 1 different commander. If you go to click use, down right here, the button right now, you go to the respect map, which you all probably know about. You can go to your guy, and you can use your respect item, use and gift, right? And get 300. I'm going to do that, because I'm going to go ahead and just use it for this particular one. But you can also go on anyone you don't care about. You can go to the dismantle button, words, and you can go through here, and you can just delete some of them that you don't want. Now, this is how you get the Matham vouchers, okay? And I'll explain why you need Matham vouchers. But I would highly recommend you're very careful with this, okay? It's not a good return, all right? So if it's someone you really know you're not going to use, for example, let's say this character's really good, but I have not been using him as a commander, so I could dismantle one of these. And then you click exchange, it would give me 20 for 1 of those, okay? So you could do that with a couple things, build up a couple of these Matham vouchers, and then they will go to your items once you click dismantle. I'm not going to, because I don't want to do that right now. But once you go back to your other one here, you'll see them right here. They will appear. When you click use, all right, it brings this up. This is the Matham exchange. It'll usually be in the Matham button down here. Again, the same button to the chest with the heart in it. You click that, and then you go over to the exchange button right down there. See the little exchange button in the bottom left? You click that, and that's where you find this, okay? As you can see, you have an option here. The Mithril, we'll talk about that in a minute. This is where you would exchange those Matham. I only have 20 right now, okay? So if I wanted to get more, I could also click up there, get more, and look, it brings us back to the other page. There's kind of a loop. It brings you back to the pages, right? So basically, I go in here, and I can exchange. You can also click this one and get respect items with those things, right? And there's a little refresh button you can do once a day for free, and then it costs 400 if you want to do it again, which is a lot. Don't do it again. But this is basically where you could get some respect items or a piece of an item armor or something that just appears, right? They refresh every couple days, so you can use them there. It's not a very good way to use your respect to break those down, so just collect these as you go. But I do highly recommend if you ever see these in the fellowship respect thing, you know, your fellowship when you help people build stuff, or, you know, the fellowship chest, right? When you're in game, you click on that, and you can, like, use your little fellowship currency, right, from helping people each day to buy, like, you know, a moving your base item or that kind of thing. You also, if you see these, when they're like 150 of those, you see you get 20 Mathams or whatever, grab it. Because, I mean, they're an actual, like, these are kind of like a real money currency almost in the game, okay? So if you can get these for a free currency, like your fellowship coins or whatever you earn for just helping people, do it, okay? Side note. Now, these ones, real quick, these are kind of simple. For example, it says it gives me a commander gift selection, exquisite, for a purple commander. So I can click use. You can use as many as you want with this little drag right that you have. I have 24. So let's say I want to use 10 of them right now. And then you can go through here and choose how many of up to 10, because I chose I can use 10, right, of what I want. Now, for me personally, I'll probably take them for probably Gimli. I don't know. I may have to wait because I'm going to be playing evil this season, so I might want to get some more respect for a different commander. So, and then you click use. So let's just use, let's just say I'm going to use 1. Let's see if it'll let me just do 1. It did. 1 Gimli, okay? Use 1 of my 24. So basically that's all that is. Again, you can kind of always, you can always click use without using it to see, and then just click the X if you don't want to use it. If you just want to see what can I use to get from that one, right? For all the particular ones. Here's one that's an armor one. Okay, so this one allows me to choose one of any of the 4 kinds of equipment. Basically, it's an equipment one. But they will be random. You can left click and see it. It's going to be a purple random, but it will be any of these, right? So I'm going to wait because I want to decide when I want to use it for later. What I want to roll my chance on. But I will 100% get a purple item, which is kind of cool. Same thing for this, a random basic gift. Now this one is a random one. There's a difference if it says random or not, okay, the question mark on it. So these ones are a little better. They're very specific. You can do exactly what you want. These are random. But I mean, it's a gold random. It's still good. So I could be like, okay, I want a random gold one for evil side. Boom. Got this, guys, okay? That kind of thing. Mithril, you should all know what Mithril already does. Mithril is how you upgrade your commander's special weapon. For the commander you use, depending on the tier of commander versus the tier of Mithril. Again, if you go to the Matham shop, you can go into the exchange and find more Mithril here if you want to spend money on it. It's very pricey and it adds up, so I don't recommend that if you're free to play, or if you don't want to spend a lot of money on the game, I would not recommend that. So you just have to earn them as you go. So keep earning that Mithril for doing tips, because it's a free way to get it. And then you got some other things, the Nazgul necklace. All right, check the details. This is a fun little thing that I earned. I believe it's just telling me the story of the thing that we did for the Halloween event, which I did a video on that on our Legacy playlist. If you want to check that out, this is the guide playlist. I have 2 playlists for RiseToWar on the channel. And lots of other Tolkien content if you want to like and subscribe and check it all out. It's super fun. And then this one, I'm going to have a dedicated video for this one, but the Elven Crafts Hammer. It can be used to restore all strengths and refined equipment to their basic state, including unequipped items. All strength materials and refined materials will be returned to you after restoring. This is a resetting, can convert unique equipment that is not strengthened back into Mithril. So this is very, very, very crazy. So basically what happens a lot of times when you strengthen an item is that item becomes a worn item, right? And stuff. And this one also gives you the ability to actually redo one of those special commanders. So let's say you decided you don't like a certain special commander's special weapon, and you've put like 200 mithril into it, and you're like, I really want to use that on someone else. You could use this, and it'll pull the mithril out. And I also think it will restore the status of your worn items from an item that are inside. So if it's a full 5-star purple item, instead of taking it, when you take that apart, normally you get a bunch of worn items, you get all your refined ones back and stuff. I have a video how to do that, to switch your abilities without using this hammer, by the way. But if you want to get everything out of it, the strengthened items, you don't want to be worn items or not usable, I believe this will also pull those out in that way, from what this is saying here. All right. Again, I will have a separate video on this to make sure for you guys if you want to check that out later on the same guide playlist. So just keep that in mind. So there you go. There's a quick little item run through of the item page. Again, here's where you got some, like, these usually are things that are seasonal. That's when I don't have any in back end. But for example, these two things are things I'll be able to use. Little speed up and a little tip speed up for next season. They're not only one season. And of course, your actual armor items, which I have a video on already, and I'll make more videos on this in the future. So have a great day in Middle Earth. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Skumley, for being a royal guard and my Patreons for your support. You're awesome. Subscribe button's there, guys. Next episode will be up there and some other stuff over there. Check them all out and have a great and wonderful day in Middle Earth. Baruch Kazad, Kuzad I Menu. See you guys.